My name's Alex, and to most people at school, I'm just your average lanky high school student. Little do they know that beneath my unassuming exterior lies a secret that could turn their world upside down. If only they knew. As I walked the halls, I endured the endless teasing from my classmates. "Hey, Twiggy! I've seen, chopsticks with more muscle than you!" They'd cackle blissfully, unaware of my martial arts prowess. What they don't know is that I'm the face behind a wildly popular Instagram account, where thousands of followers marvel at my jaw-dropping moves. The irony is downright hilarious. If they knew about my secret life, they'd probably think twice before calling me puny again. But for now, my identity remains hidden, like a ninja biding his time in the shadows. So why don't I spill the beans and end the teasing? Well, truth be told, I relish the suspense. Plus, I can't help but chuckle at the thought of their stunned faces when they finally discover who I really am. So I continue to play the part of the average high school student, all the while knowing that one day the curtain will rise on Alex, the martial arts sensation. Until that day comes, I'll just keep honing my roundhouse kicks and smirking to myself. After all, who doesn't love a good secret? Especially when it's one that'll leave everyone else eating their words. One day, after nailing a particularly epic move for my Instagram account, I noticed a new follower who seemed like he just stepped off the pages of a Forbes magazine. His name was Mr. Sterling, a verified billionaire businessman. Imagine my surprise when Mr. Sterling slid into my DMs with a proposition that was straight out of a Hollywood movie. "Alex," he wrote, "your martial arts skills have caught my eye, and I must say I am blown away. How about a job offer you can't refuse? I need someone to protect my daughter, Isabella. She's caught the attention of some sketchy folks, and I think you've got the chops to be her personal bodyguard." My initial reaction was, is this guy for real, or am I being punked? But after some online sleuthing, it became clear that Mr. Sterling was the real deal, and his offer was no prank. I hesitated, mulling over the pros and cons. On one hand, the financial perks would make even Bruce Wayne do a double take. On the other hand, accepting the job could mean blowing my secret identity wide open. After a mental back and forth worthy of a Shakespearean soliloquy, I made my decision. "All right, Mr. Sterling," I replied. "You've got yourself a deal. I'll be Isabella's bodyguard." I was a whirlwind of excitement and anxiety. Was I really up for the challenge of safeguarding a billionaire's daughter? Would my martial arts skill hold up against whatever dangers were lurking? And, most importantly, could I pull this off without exposing my secret identity to the world? As I embarked on this new adventure, I knew one thing for sure. My life was about to get a whole lot more thrilling. And with Mr. Sterling and Isabella in the mix, I braced myself for a roller coaster ride of twists, turns, and wisecracks along the way. As I prepared to meet Isabella, I couldn't help but feel a bit nervous. After all, I was about to become the personal bodyguard of a billionaire's daughter. But when I finally laid eyes on her, I realized there was more to Isabella than just being Mr. Sterling's offspring. She had a regal air about her and a secret that was even more surprising than my own. She was an undercover princess from a small European country. Isabella's life as a princess was straight out of a fairy tale. She grew up in a magnificent palace, surrounded by the finest luxuries and a doting royal family. However, her charmed life took a dramatic turn when she became the target of a sinister plot. To ensure her safety, her family sent her to live undercover with Mr. Sterling, who was a close friend and ally of the royal family. Mr. Sterling explained the gravity of the situation to me. "Alex," he said, "Isabella is in real danger. There are powerful enemies who want to harm her and destabilize her family's rule. That's why I sought you out. With your martial arts expertise, I believe you're the best person to keep her safe." As I listened to Mr. Sterling, I felt a surge of responsibility. Isabella's life was in my hands, and I couldn't let her down. I was determined to do whatever it took to protect her, even if it meant putting my own secret identity at risk. As I embarked on my new job as Isabella's bodyguard, Mr. Sterling made sure I received top-notch training to hone my martial arts skills and learn the ropes of my new responsibilities. The sessions were intense, led by an ex-military instructor who pushed me to my limits. It felt like trying to juggle flaming swords while riding a unicycle. No easy feat. As the days went by and my skills grew, I found myself spending more and more time with Isabella. We shared stories and laughter, gradually forming a strong bond. Isabella, with her wit and intelligence, quickly became more than just someone I was sworn to protect. She became a close friend. As we navigated the challenges and dangers of her royal status, I began to notice a subtle shift in our dynamic. Isabella seemed to be developing feelings for me, and I couldn't deny that I was starting to see her in a new light too. The spark between us was undeniable, making our adventure all the more thrilling. But life has a way of throwing curveballs. One day, my true identity as the martial artist from Instagram was accidentally revealed to my classmates. The news spread like a California wildfire, and I suddenly found myself in the center of the high school gossip mill. As my secret identity gained traction among my classmates, the attention became overwhelming. The girls at school started to admire me, sending coy glances my way and whispering excitedly when I walked by. Meanwhile, the boys, fueled by jealousy, resorted to mocking me. "Hey, Alex," one of the boys sneered. "When are you going to start wearing a cape to school, huh? You know, to match your new superhero persona." I shrugged it off with a grin. Sorry guys, but capes are so last season. Plus, they don't really go with my bodyguard aesthetic. Despite the teasing, I knew I had a far more pressing concern. A dangerous group targeting Isabella. I had to focus on keeping her safe and outmaneuvering the threats that lay ahead. Amid the growing tension, Isabella confessed her feelings for me. "Alex, I've fallen in love with you," she admitted, her voice trembling with vulnerability. My heart raced. But I knew that with danger looming, we couldn't afford to let our emotions cloud our judgment. "Isabella," I replied gently, "you mean the world to me. But right now, we need to focus on keeping you safe. I'll always be here for you, but I think it's best if we remain friends." The moment of truth had come. I stood face to face with the dangerous group, focused on exposing Isabella and wreaking havoc on her family. The air crackled with anticipation as we sized each other up, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. I took a deep breath and thought of a witty remark to break the ice. "Well, I've always wanted to be part of a showdown," I quipped. "But I didn't expect it to be like a scene out of a movie. Anyone have some popcorn?" Their faces remained stone cold, and I knew it was time to get serious. I tapped into my martial arts training, every move executed with precision and power. The fight was intense, a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and leaps, each side vying for the upper hand. As I battled the relentless foes, I felt the fire of determination burning within me. I was fighting not only for Isabella and her secret, but also for myself, to prove that I was more than just a high school weakling. In the end, with a final surge of adrenaline, I managed to defeat the last of the enemies. As they crumpled to the ground, I couldn't help but crack another joke. "Well, that was quite a workout. Who needs a gym membership when you have adversaries like these, huh?" In the aftermath of the epic showdown, my bravery and wit earned me the respect of my classmates. I embraced my role as Isabella's protector with newfound confidence, and her secret remained safe. Our friendship grew stronger than ever, forged in the fires of adversity and adventure. Yet the spark of romance between us refused to fade away. Isabella was upset, feeling that I had been holding back my true feelings. Cornered by her emotions, she confronted me, her eyes full of vulnerability and hope. "Alex, we can't go on like this," she pleaded. "We've been through so much together, and I need to know how you truly feel about me." I just stood there, torn between my duty as her protector and the undeniable connection we shared. It felt as if I was walking a tightrope, with my heart on one side and my responsibilities on the other. What should I do? Should I embrace the romance and risk jeopardizing our mission? Or should I continue to prioritize Isabella's safety above all else? As I awaited the collective wisdom of the internet, I knew that whatever decision I made, it would change the course of our lives forever. The future hung in the balance, and only time would tell if Isabella and I would find a way to navigate the stormy seas of love, duty, and danger.